Hello everyone, and welcome to EMK Nights Gaming Channel. I'm Wizard Ken, and I am playing World of Tanks Beta. Now, I haven't done a video on this in a while. Well, mainly because I've been waiting for them to get a lot of their bugs out of the beta. Also, I wanted to wait for them to add some more maps and to also, add platooning. Which, if you guys don't know what that means if you look in your top right screen right now, it's where you can invite up to 3 people to play with, well, 2 people to play with you. Altogether, you can platoon up to 3 people. Now, so I wanted to wait to be able to do that. So, but anyways, now the updates are here that have really improved the game and also ruined the game a little bit. And I'm going to be talking about that. I've also had some people write me up on the Xbox 360. They've sent me messages asking me about things, and I'm going to go over those today too. So if you have any questions, I'm going to put my gamer tag at the bottom. I know some people are having a hard time commenting on YouTube. I know YouTube's going through one of their stages again. So I'll leave my gamer tag at the bottom. But if you can see it on your screen right now, up near the gold, you can see my gamer tag is Guitar Playing 55. You can send me your stuff there, and I'll get back to you on it, or I'll add it to the videos. The first person I want to thank is ZDog124. I met him today. He asked me a question: how do you get gold in the game? Well, originally you can get gold on the PC version by buying it. The Xbox version right now, I'm going to scroll over real quick and show you guys. Right now, the Xbox version does not give you, or you're not unable to buy gold. As you can see, I'm hitting A right now. I'm unable to buy gold. Okay? Now, gold should come to you every single day. As long as you play the game, you should get about 250 gold each day. And then the next day you'll get another 250, which if you didn't spend the first day's gold, you'll get up to 500. Now, if you have 500 gold in your account, they will not add any more gold to your account until you've used up, at least you've used some of that gold. Okay? At least that's how it's been when I've been playing. So don't expect for it to just build up over time and then you can come back and you have thousands of gold in your thing. No, you're gonna have to use it. So, which gold, if you don't know, gold allows you to exchange it for more regular currency in the game that you get by beating other people in battles and stuff like that. Or you can convert your gold into experience. Now, this is a really good thing to have if you're trying to get to that next tank. Okay. If you have a tank that's an elite status, what I mean by elite status is that everything's unlocked on it, which means all the packages have been bought, all the tanks that are linked to it, like the next tanks that you go to, are unlocked. That will allow your tank to become elite. Sometimes it's a pain in the ass, but it's once you get your tank elite status, all the experience points that it earns, you're able to use gold to convert that experience to, which will become free experience. If you look at your top right corner, I have 240 free experience. It'll go all to that. So that allows you to buy any tank or any package for the tank that you're working on. So anyways, I hope that solves your question on gold. Right now you cannot buy gold, which kind of sucks, because if you guys know, gold allows you to become premium at the time, and premium allows you to get extra experience points when you're playing in the game. Another question I got was from, I guess his name is Warboy AK47. I want to thank you for asking me your questions. Now, his question was, how do you get to heavy tanks? Now, I don't know what he is, if he's American or if he's using the German side, but I'm going to go over both. Okay? Now, remember, people, that no question is too stupid or anything like that. Don't feel bad or anything about asking me these things, because we're all noobs at, you know, a lot of these games and stuff like that, and that's what we go to YouTube for, to get your question answered. So, if you look at your American tier, okay, if you look all the way down to the bottom where the T2 medium is, you scroll all the way over to the right. Okay, eventually at tier 5 you can get a T1 heavy, and then that is your heavy tanks. If you're looking on actually inside the game, your heavies are marked with 3 slashes at an angle. It's just like if you're going to a website, you put a slash in something. It's the same thing. So 3 slashes is a heavy tank. 2 slashes means medium tanks. Okay, diamonds, which you can see at this Lotus that I'm looking at, is at the left side of my screen for 900 gold, is a light tank. The upside down triangle where the T82 is, that is a tank destroyer, and the regular box shape or square shape is a artillery. So when you're looking on the maps, that's what you want to look at. You know what you're looking at, if it's a medium, heavy, light tank, so on and so on. But that's how you get to your heavy tanks, is you're gonna have to go down the medium line, and once you get to the M3 Lee, you get to decide to either continue with the medium line or go to the heavy tanks. And now let's get to the German side of this, and we'll talk about that. Oops, switched off. Okay, so if you're playing the German side, what you want to do is go down to the Panther 2, and you just want to go straight across from it. You do not want to deviate from this at all. And then you can go down to, the reason why I say go down the Panzer 2 line is because I like the Panzers personally. I like the Panzer 3-4 that you get to, and then eventually the VK3001H, which is a very nice tank. And then you can go straight up to there and buy the VK3601, and then the Tiger is your first heavy tank. Okay, you can also go the line of the Panther. I'm sorry about that. Not too far. The Panzer 38T. I mean, not, yeah, the Panzer 38T, and I've also run that line before too on the PC, and it's been a fun little run. But I just think the Panzer 3-4 and stuff like that are a little bit better. You know, just because I like their speed. Now, if you're looking for attack and stuff like that, the Panzer 38T, 38NA, and the Panzer 4 are the way to go. They're gonna have more attack than the Panzer 3-4. As you can see, once you upgrade it, the attack is basically twice the amount of the Panzer 3-4. But eventually that would lead you to the Tiger also. So, but I like the VK3001. It's a very good tank. Anyways, but right now what I wanted to talk to you about is I also had another question from ZDog124. And he was asking me, well, he's about to get to the M3 Lee, but where does he go from there? Does he go from a T1 heavy, or does he go to the M4? Well, me personally, T1 heavy is a pretty nice tank. Okay, but don't get me wrong, it's slow. It has no, you know, visibility to pick up other tanks very easily. But all in all, you know, it does pack a pretty decent punch still. And it has a decent amount of armor compared to the M4. Now, the drawbacks about having the T1 heavy is, yes, it's slow. So if you have a faster tank and you're able to get to its sides, it's very vulnerable. So that's the thing that stinks about that. Plus, if you go to the M6, the heavy, it is the same exact tank as the T1 heavy. I'm going to show you right now. If you look at the right side of your screen on the side, okay, you're going to see the health bar, the attack, the armor, the speed, and also the view range. Okay, if I take it to the right, Watch how much it changes. Very little. Let me do it again. Alright, it's very little. Okay? Basically, the only increase you get from this whole thing is you get a little bit more view range once you get the package, the higher package, and also you get also a little bit more health. Other than that, if you look at right now, let's look at it right now. The attack on it, okay, this is the one with the sword. It's the same amount. You're not gaining anything, which really sucks because you're in a tier 6. Now, the reason that sucks is, bear with me, whatever tier you're at, okay, if you're a medium tank, heavy tank, or a tank destroyer, okay, you can see up to 2 tiers ahead of you, okay? So if you're looking at this M6 that we're looking at right now, if you say I can see up to 2 tiers ahead of me, that means you can go up to a T29, you can fight one, or you can fight all the way up to the T32. Now, I don't know about you, okay? The sad thing about this is that the M6 has the same gun as the T1. If we look at the packages right now, alright, it upgrades to a 76mm, okay? Now let's go and look at the M6 real quick. And also, well, look, it goes to a T90, which, I'm sorry, if you look at the top right screen, it still does the same amount of damage as the 76er. It doesn't do barely anything. Okay? It gives you not even a quarter of an inch more damage. Okay? So, it's not really worth going the heavy line. Because if you look at the medium tanks, they also go to the T29, which is a badass heavy tank. Okay? But anyways, that's what you need to remember. Whatever tank you're at, just remember you can go up 2 tiers or you can go down 2 tiers of what it is. Unless you have a light tank or a artillery. Artillery and light tanks can see 3 tiers above. Okay? So if you're the Chaffee up here, you can see all the way up to the tier 8. Okay? If you're tier 5. So just remember that when you're picking your tanks out, how it's gonna work. So medium and heavies and tank destroyers all see 2 ahead or 2 below, and light tanks and artillery can see up to 3 ahead. Now I know I'm going over a lot of things, okay, but this is where you guys come in. Subscribe or just comment, send me things on Guitar Playing 55 on the Xbox, or leave comments, or send me an email, emknights55, and ask me what the heck I was talking about, or ask me if I can go more in depth on something. I can do that. I can make another video, or we could just meet up on Xbox and talk about it. Okay, that's what Z-Dog did and Warboy did. They both asked me questions on Xbox, and I'm fine with that. Just remember, if you want me to play with you, I just ask you to subscribe to me, and that's it. Subscribe to EMK Knights, and that's it. That's just my way of you guys helping me out. So, but going back to what we were talking about, where do I go from the M3 lead? Do I go to T1 heavies or the M4? Now, we talked about the T1 heavies very briefly, and it didn't seem too great, because once you get to the M6, you're kind of screwed. You're staying with basically the same tank, just a little different. Now let's look at this real quick in the top right corner. We're still in the T1 heavy, but you can see his attack, his life, and all that stuff. Now watch what happens when I go up to the M4. Boom! Okay, he loses on health, he loses in armor, and gains a little bit of speed, but look at his view distance, a lot further. But the main thing I want you guys to look at his damage. His damage is almost a full length more than the T1 heavy. Okay, so say we have this T1 heavy versus the M4. Okay, some people are like, well, the heavy is gonna win, he's got more armor. T1 heavy is very slow. The M4 is a lot faster. And if he can get on the side of the T1 Heavy, it's ending. That's game over. You're dead. Okay? Plus, look what happens when I go up to the M4A3. Okay? If you notice, you know, his package, he also gains a lot more damage. Okay? His armor goes up dramatically. His speed goes down a little bit. And also you have to upgrade his sight, but his health goes up. So you actually get a change in what happens. Plus, his armor is slanted. I know you can't see it right now, and I'm going to show you that right now. Okay? Actually, I'm not going to show you right now. I'll show you in a second. Because I want to show you one more thing. Keep looking at your top right screen. Okay? Did you see that? We went from the M6 Heavy. Now we're going back to the M4. Now we're going down to the M6. Do you see the difference? The M6 has less armor than the M4. Okay? It has less attack than the M4. It has less speed. Actually, the M4 has less speed. Sorry, but the spotting dramatically different. So basically, if you're an M4 A3E2 or the Jumbo Sherman, as we like to call it, you're gonna destroy the M6. He is no match to you. Okay, so basically, in the end of the day, what do you want? Two heavies that are the same? Or let's go up here and work on the medium tanks that are going to kick the heavy tank's ass. And then you can go to the T20, which, in the end, I am going to go down medium lines all the way to tier 10 because I think they're going to be better. But I'm still going to buy the T29. Why? Well, I don't have one right now to show you, but the T29, when it is being played, it is one of the most feared tanks out there. Why? Because it is very hard to kill unless you can get onto its sides or back, and even then, the gun on that thing is very, very good at penetration. It is a very fun tank to run. Even if you don't want to go down to heavy tanks, I highly suggest you guys play with that tank. It's slow, but it is a very powerful tank. Okay? Alright, now what I'm going to show you is, okay, you can see the M4 here. His armor is slanted, it's angled, it's rounded off. Okay? But look at the M4A3E2, the Jumbo Sherman. Okay? This guy has very slanted armor. He's very nice. On the sides, he's not as rounded as the M4 originally was, but he's still really nice. It's, you know, compared to the M4, look at his tracks. They're pretty exposed. Okay, the M4, they're not as exposed at the top. Okay, he's a lot better protected. He's a lot better off. Now, you're not going to like the first gun that you get on it, but you're going to like the secondary gun that you get with it. So, but it's a very, very good tank. So, also, let's go on to what else you can do on this game that's come out. Stats now. You can see your stats now. Woo, awesome. So, as you can see, my stats aren't the greatest. I've had 42 victories and 49 defeats. I've done pretty good with vehicle destroying. I've survived 29 altogether in that percentage. The M4 Sherman, let's see, I've done alright with that, not too bad. But anyways, it's nice now, you can see your percentages and stuff like that now. You can see all your medals now. I've gotten first class on a lot of these. I don't know why this thing is not working. Why it won't let me... Okay, that's why. Okay. I was on the T1. So you can see all, you know, the medals. I got a T1, you know, the T18s, Mastery Badge, you know, Sniper, Defender. You know, a lot of these are pretty standard ones you're going to get all the time. Spartan's a very, That's a hard one to get sometimes. Let's see, what else? I'm trying to remember all the other things. Okay, let's go to upgrades. Alright, crewmen. That's coming soon. But now we have consumables, which was on the last update that was here. Now you can buy armor piercing rounds and stuff like that. Which right now I would hold off on buying any one of these. Just until they get more of their bugs undone and stuff like that. Now, equipment. A lot of people have asked me about equipment. What should I get? What should I not get? Camouflage. Unless you're a scout, a light tank, don't get it for any other tank. Ammo racking. Sometimes that's good to get. If you get ammo racked all the time, it's good to get. Fuel tank. That's pretty good to get if you get, your fuel tank gets hit a lot. Coated optics and improved, let's see. Coated optics, okay, is a very nice thing to have, but you have to be, if I remember right, let me see, what's the other one? Yeah. Coated optics, you have to be sitting still for this to work, if I remember right. Trying to remember. Where's the... No, okay. Coated optics, if I remember right, you can be moving, but you only get 10% more view range, okay? Let's see. So that's good if you're going to be sitting there a lot, like your regular tanks and this and that. I mean, unless you're gonna, if you're going to be a light scout, then it's good to have. Improved ventilation, this one don't get until we actually get skilled our crews here, because you're not getting anything from that. Enhanced gunlaying drive. This is great for you guys that are having problems with your tank not aiming as quick. Toolbox, it's okay to have if you don't feel like having a lot of buying a whole bunch of consumables. Suspension stuff, I never buy that. That's, I think, is a waste of money. I've never gone overweight on my capacity. Binoculars. These are great if you're going to be stationary. Okay, these are great if you're going to be like a tank destroyer or something like that and want to see further. That is very good for your view range to be up. Now these, like the ramming, I've done those a couple times, but those are just for like if I'm going to be ramming people all the time. Now the vertical stabilizers, those are really good for you light tanks, guys. If you're going to be running around and you want to keep your accuracy up as much as possible, great. Medium, this helps out with your loading time. Okay, your medium caliber. This I usually buy for every tank, but it's very good for you guys that are tank destroyers or artillery. It's very good for you guys to have that because it'll help out with your loading time very greatly. Now customizing, you guys, I've seen a lot of you guys out here with a whole bunch of camouflage and this and that. You know what, if you want to get it for the beta, great, that's awesome, but in the real game, don't get it unless you want to get it. It's going to cost you real money. Also, it's not going to help anybody's real camouflage except for you tank destroyers and light tanks. Inscriptions, they don't do anything for you, and emblems don't really do anything for you. They're just fun little things to have on. So, but anyways, that's pretty much it for the upgrade. I mean, there's some new maps out there and stuff like that. The gameplay's a little bit different, but pretty much the same. But I hope you guys liked the video. This is just a simple video. I'm gonna have some more videos coming up of actual gameplay. Maybe me and Bubba, or maybe some of y'all that are out there that want to play with us. Let me know. But I'm Wizard Ken. Until next time, I will see you guys later.